Glad to finally meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. Let me see if I've got your name right. Noralee, is that how I should say it?
That's right.
Okay. Noralee, I'm aware you're Brandon's mom.
Right.
Okay. Lovely gentleman. I had the opportunity to meet him before. So I am going to share with you immediately here, jumping into the subject, because I don't want to forget anything. As I was preparing myself for this session, I picked up a few things. So basically, I'm not quite sure who is sharing what with me, but it goes for you at a personal level. Uh, they're talking about your intensity level. You're on edge, that you're anxious, your anxiety level is very high. You're very frustrated. You don't know what you want. You don't want to be here. You don't want to go somewhere else. You're keeping your things very close to your chest. You don't want to upset people, but deep down you're melting away yourself. You're suffering very silently, quietly. And you are in a situation or an environment, wherever, where you need to be to show a brave face. And this is your nature. You've always shown a brave face. But unfortunately, what's happening here is I saw an image of you on a train platform where you're there thinking, should I go? Should I stay? What's going to happen next? What's going to happen here? And the train takes off and goes. Meaning, like, while you're spending time thinking, life is going by anyway. So basically, here, it's not a criticism of you, but on the contrary, they want to help you. They want to give you the opportunity for you to pull back, relax, be assured that things will be fine for you and everybody else. Don't worry about anything. Okay?
Okay.
So I don't know how much of this you can take on board. I hope that it makes sense to you. I hope that it finds its place in your heart.
It might be gradual.
Okay. Well, well done. Well done. Small steps at a time, okay? Small steps at a time. I think what's being inspired here on me is talk to the people around you. You'd be surprised how much they can actually accept, how much they can take on board. Because what you're doing is out of the goodness of your heart is you don't want to pour your problems on others. It's your nature. You don't want to be a burden. You don't want to, burden people with your problem. But right now, you need to actually be vocal and share and not hesitate. Okay?
That's difficult for me. Yeah.
Good. So this is very interesting. You seem to have a few people on the other side, and they're sort of lining up so that they can come through you. Okay? In right in the front of everybody here is a gentleman who I believe I may have linked with before. He looks kind of familiar to me. Either at one point he was well built, like strong guy, well built, and has a presence. So this gentleman here, he walks into a room or he walks into a situation, you can feel him. He has the presence. He's not sort of man who's like in the background fellow. No, he has a presence. Okay? Something with the heart. Something with the heart. He's talking about the heart. Show me the heart. I've yet, I've not yet placed this gentleman here. I'm trying to place who he is exactly. Whether he's your late husband or whether he's dad. I've yet to place him. Did either of these two men suffer something with the heart?
Two men?
Yeah. Either of these two gentlemen suffer with something with the heart.
Um, one of them had issues with his heart when he died.
Okay. For the
I'm
sake,
not sure who the other is.
okay. For the sake of clarity, is this your husband with the heart problem?
Yes.
Are we in a situation where he sort of eventually gave up from them? Like we're getting too many opinions. We need to do that. We need to do this, and it's like to hell with it all. That's it.
When he was dying?
Either before or while he was dying or when he was dying, it's like he's had enough of everybody.
Yes, he actually did that to me. I asked him to try harder and he just said, back off.
Okay. Yeah, he wasn't angry with you. He wasn't angry with you.
No, but it hurt just the same.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Noralee. Some when we're at that sort of level, we're no longer very much, attuned to ourselves. We're starting to move on.
Right.
So, on the contrary, what I feel from him is, if I was to sum him up in one word, I would say to your late husband here that he is the protector. He's like a protector,
A finagler?
protector, protector, someone who
Uh,
protector.
uh-huh.
Why is he showing me his toes? I'm seeing his foot, his toes. What was wrong with his toes?
His toes?
Yeah, toes.
Uh, oh, he had neuropathy
I'm
from
sorry,
his diabetes.
diabetes. Okay. So his foot was affected, his toes were affected.
They were cold a lot.
Okay. This diabetes situation played an integral issue in his life, didn't it? Because I see like spikes going up, up. So did we have several situations with this diabetes going out of control at times?
Yeah, it was a while before he could level out his diabetes level.
Okay. But it's strange. I don't feel like he is the sort of person where he's eating the wrong things or doing the wrong things. I feel it's more like an
Uh,
internal issue.
he had some issues with that. I mean, he was constantly buying donuts and bringing them home, and I would chide chide him for that. But he did it only once in a while, but he just couldn't go without the sweets.
That is what affected the heart eventually. I feel there's a correlation here. That is what affected.
Between the heart and the,
Yeah.
okay. He was scheduled to see his cardiologist right after he had this surgery that eventually killed him. And it, of course, never happened because he was never out of the hospital from then on. So I don't know how much of his body is with the University of Michigan right now, and they have not started dissecting it yet. So I'm hoping I'll be able to find out some information from that.
Noralee, from what I'm getting from him is that the internal mechanics, the internal workings of heart or other organs in the body were not good. Internally, he wasn't good. Had he not passed, there was a good chance that he might have gone into a coma. So he was released, let's put it this way. He's in a better place than being in a hospital room cold with a coma. So
Right.
he wasn't well. It was a ticking bomb as far as he's concerned. It was ticking. The countdown was there.
I know. He did have problems with several organs.
Noralee, did he have a stroke as well?
Not to my knowledge,
There's
but
some,
they finally, just before he left for my son's house for hospice, he, no, I can't remember what I was going to say. What did you ask me just
uh,
before this?
I asked you about if he had had a stroke as well, and you,
Oh, he was really out of it, but I don't think he had a stroke. No.
I'd be very interested to find out what they come up with in the university because I have a
Right.
feeling that he had, even if it's a mini stroke, something happened with him, which I don't think he necessarily shared.
It's very possible he had a miserable time in the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know how much the University of Michigan will share with me, but I'm hoping they'll give me whatever I ask.
Uh, I think if they just give you the pointers, probably that'll help you, along
Right.
put the pieces of the puzzle together here.
There were so many issues going on at the time he died. It's very difficult to pinpoint which one killed him. It was
Okay.
finally his when we unhooked the oxygen and his heart stopped.
Yeah. I, as I said right from the start, I felt it's the heart that eventually gave up. Okay. But I feel there were other issues going on with different organs failing, different organs,
Definitely,
you know,
definitely.
being damaged, affected, and compounded with the effect of the diabetes.
Half of his liver was missing by then.
Oh, it's quite interesting that he has two facets to his personality. One is where he's, spot on, strict, in control. And the other part, the other side of him is, I don't give a damn. Let's live it up, that sort of thing. So we've got two sides here. So if he's not allowed to partake in alcohol, for instance, he's time to enjoy. Why not? That sort of attitude.
I guess the alcohol analogy threw me off because he was not a drinker, but I that personality trait was there. Yes.
I think I may have misused the example here. Uh, I'll go back to, let's say, certain foods he shouldn't be eating or something, so he would indulge. So basically, bottom line is sometimes he's in control, some at other times he gives up the control. That's where he is.
True. Yeah.
Was he in the habit of bringing you flowers? Because I'm seeing him giving you flower here.
Occasionally on anniversaries, birthdays, and sometimes for no reason at all. Not real frequently, but
No,
enough to keep him out of trouble.
I was about to say, especially after him upsetting you, especially after him being that's when
That occurred a couple of times. Yellow roses for I'm sorry.
yeah, he wants me to tell you he's giving you the flower again now to say he's sorry. Okay, he left without he left without an apology. He owes you an apology for for something. Let me see what it is. And he says sorry. Was he abrupt with you? Was he towards the end? Was he abrupt? And
Yes, with me.
oh yeah, it feels like taking it out on you, abrupt, and for that he's sorry.
In a way, in a way.
Yeah, for that, that's where he expresses with the flowers that he's sorry. Okay. He's letting me feel I've got your mom here. About your mom. I've got your mom here. And the first thing I see is a pearl necklace.
A what?
Pearl necklace. Pearl.
Okay.
Did she have a white pearl necklace? What?
She didn't really wear jewelry,
What?
religious opposed to jewelry.
Was it his mom who was wearing this white pearl necklace?
She would, yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. He's telling me I've got your mom here with, but in fact he's telling he's got his mom here.
Okay. And there are still other people in line.
Probably, yeah, we'll see. Um, what's the story between you and his mom, you and your mom-in-law? What,
Um,
why is she sort of holding back? Was there
well,
something?
we weren't super close, but um, we had some good times. Uh, she she died rather young, and I think it was a typical case of nobody's good enough for my son.
Okay, that's where I my feelings took me. I can see her putting her hands on his shoulders like he is her property. So,
Mhm.
you know, and also this indicates to me that she is, or at least she was the controlling type when she was here.
She was very careful about it, but there was that.
Oh yeah.
Um, she depended on Bill an awful lot because his father died very young.
Noralee, was he married before he married you, or did he? What's going on? Why am I picking up a third party here? Because I felt he's with you, he's looking after mom, and there's a third party as well.
Uh, Possibly his sister.
I should have known. So really, this gentleman here has three responsibilities to take care of. Who is disabled in a wheelchair?
Is it a male or a female?
I'm not quite sure. I'm seeing a wheelchair, or maybe not disabled, but somebody confined to a wheelchair.
I had to use one a few times when Bill was in the hospital because the halls were so long. But it's not a regular thing.
No, that's not it. That's not it. It's somebody else.
Who is in a wheelchair now?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I wish they would give me more information. Sometimes they do this. They give me half a thing and I have to look for the other half. Um,
His aunt was wheelchair bound for a few years before she died, but she died quite a while ago.
okay, that's fine. Was his aunt, did his aunt step in as his second mother sort of situation? Was she looking after him as
She was there for him because his mother died first. She was of the four children in that family. She was the last to die.
well? Okay, so this is the significance here. This is the significance. So he's letting me feel that he's got both women on on the other side. Okay,
That makes sense. They did a lot together when they were on Earth.
okay. Why am I seeing him carrying a rifle? Did he like shooting, hunting, or just for the fun of it? Was he a fan of? Because I'm
Is it my husband?
yes,
My husband with the gun? He used to hunt with his father when he was an adolescent. And he brought with him to our marriage a rifle. And I was not comfortable having it in the house, and I made him get rid of it. He's
okay,
probably talking about that. He mentioned it over the years.
okay. Maybe he was. Maybe he wanted to protect himself from you.
I wasn't taking any chances.
He's showing me the American flag. Very patriotic person. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Conservatively,
Yeah.
that would not be him.
No. Patriotic. Like patriotic.
Oh, I think he felt some of that. He sang the national anthem a couple of times in the Tiger Stadium.
Okay. Like, proud of his country because I can see the flag. Proud of it. You know, he likes his country. He likes his flag.
Of a different country. He's quite disappointed with this country now.
Did you guys move to did you guys move to the beach area, to the seafront area?
We lived at a lake for a few years.
Okay. Was there talk about moving to the seaside, to the beach area, like Florida or
Uh,
somewhere?
no, not really. My brother lived there, but um, he, my husband didn't like to swim in the ocean, and I don't think he would have wanted to move that far west. We took vacations there.
Don't, because what I'm seeing him in a straw hat. I'm like shorts, long shorts. I'm seeing him like walking at this on a beachfront, and he
Sounds
was,
like a Renoir.
huh?
Sounds like a Renoir painting.
So I'm seeing
Um,
feeling here.
I, I don't think he was that fascinated. He wanted to live near water, but I think inland water was more his thing.
Okay, I'm possibly misinterpreting the message here.
We did. We took 3 vacations in Maui, Hawaii, and we certainly enjoyed the ocean while we were there.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to do with myself. That's what I was picking up. I wanted to say, Noralee, I'm seeing I'm seeing big coconut trees, tall coconut trees, that sort of thing. And I veered off. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I felt distinctly that he's talking about Hawaii. very distinctly. I felt it. Did he? Did you guys enjoy that holiday? Because he's
Loved it.
loved it.
Didn't want to come home.
That's it. That's what he said. Move here. Move here. That's why I asked you, did you guys move to a beachfront? Okay, now I get what he's saying. Who smoked cigars?
He did early in our marriage, cigars and pipes,
Okay,
but he had asthma, so he didn't smoke cigarettes because he didn't inhale anything.
sure. And why is he showing me a deck of cards? Playing cards.
We played cards a lot in our early marriage.
Okay. Noralee, did he have difficulty in maintaining relationships?
Oh, not with most people. He had difficulty maintaining one with me, but he was pretty well liked.
Was he one way with people and another way with you?
I felt so, yes.
But he wasn't like this always, was he? He wasn't like this before.
No, not for maybe the first 25 years.
No. And then something happened, and I'm trying to understand from him what it was. Did he lose his business? Did he lose money? His business?
He had several business problems along the way.
Because I feel like,
Started
I'm sorry,
he started out with teaching, but then he moved into sales,
because
which
I
is always precarious.
because I feel like losing these things dented his pride, dented his ego. I don't know if there was an issue with him from a long time ago where he was wary of being labeled as such, like wary of losing. I think
I'm sure there was a time for that, like for them like that.
like losing made him feel really bad. It sort of doesn't equate with it.
I'm sure it did.
So you were the punch bag. You were the punch bag. You were the
I guess.
you were he took it out on you basically. You were the punch bag. And we are talking about this specifically is because it's it correlates with what I said right at the start, the anxiety levels. Okay? So this has played into it as well. Now I get now I get the better picture of everything here. You probably have been keeping some of the facets about him away from the kids, away from your children, so that you don't want them to be affected. So you don't want them to have a different point of view. So you just keep quiet about things.
It's easier to just keep quiet about it.
Yeah.
One of them in particular, I have four sons, and one of them in particular I lean on quite a bit, and
Okay.
it's Brandon.
Okay.
And he's going through his own issues right now, so I don't want to bother him either.
Okay. Uh, my heart tells me you can speak to Brandon, regardless of his. Okay, he's a tough cookie. You can speak with him.
He speaks with whom?
You can speak with Brandon, regardless of his issue.
Oh,
He's a tough cookie. He's tough.
I know, but he needs to take some time for himself right now.
Okay.
I'm afraid his training as a dispatcher has made him bury a lot of feelings inside just to stay calm.
His job is very testing. It's not easy. Um,
It's very stressful.
yeah, it is. I mean, he has to be calm. Most of the times, he's receiving
Right.
calls from people who are absolutely, frantic. Yeah,
Yeah, some of his calls are actually quite humorous.
do you have some of the personal items that you could just do away with, like give to charity or give them to others? Because he's saying, why are you holding on to these things?
Well, there's a lot of things to go through. I have given a lot of his clothes to my grandsons, um, and a iMac to a grandson. Yeah, and you know, they know they're welcome to come over here and see what's there and what they would like. I'm just, I have not been functioning very well.
Because part of you is no longer here. Part of you is on the other side. You've gone.
Already there. I'm afraid that's true.
Okay.
I I have not been visited in dreams by him. I'm usually a very vivid dreamer, and I remember them. Um, so I've been kind of disappointed in that.
They will come back. Don't worry. Okay. When the time comes, don't worry. Do you ask him to go to visit you? Have
I
you?
do. I talk to him all the time. Yes.
Well, keep doing that. That's what I do. Keep doing it. Don't give up. The main thing is not to allow yourself to believe like, oh, they've shut the door, they've moved on, because that's gonna just make things even worse. Uh, so I continue to speak. For instance, I have my mom on the other side. I continue to speak with her, and I tell her, come and visit me. Now it hasn't happened for a long, long time, but I don't care. I'll keep saying it. I think sometimes on the other side, because they don't have the track of time like we do,
Right.
so sometimes I think they lose sense of, oh, when was the last time I spoke with Noralee? When was the last time I sort of went and connected with her? They can't associate time
Right.
with ego. Now I'm going to ask you something personal here. Please don't take it the wrong way. When he when he started to change, Was he also being not being as truthful about some of the things?
I believe so. And that's the gist of everything. My inability to trust men in general, and him in particular.
Okay. It was him being weak. He was weak. You were right. You were right about things. You were right. And he was wrong. But you were right. I don't think he handled a certain situation the way he should have handled it to man up. I think he went about it the way that typical men do, where they shut off the woman. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk. That's it. They think that they can, this way.
When calm down, we'll talk.
Yeah, that sort of thing. But little do they know that women can actually see through us. Women are X-ray machines. Women are highly intelligent. And this is where men are such idiots because they fail to understand that the person in front of them can actually see what's going on, can feel it. So no one can pass the wool in front of your eyes. But he wants you to know whatever that subject was, and I feel it's personal to both of you, you were right. You were right.
And he believes.
No, that's him saying it from the other side. You were right. I want you to understand something, Noralee. Uh, yes, you gave up the control, but it was a necessary thing to do because you did it out of good faith. So right now you feel like I don't want you to feel like that you were silly for doing something or that you can't forgive yourself or whatever. Just don't let these ideas come to your head. You gave up a level of control because you trusted him. So that's perfectly fine.
Is he happy where he is?
The immediate answer that I can say is they're all happy where they are. Okay?
Yeah.
The other side is a far better place than where we are right now. So I guess the answer is the proof is in the pudding because if he wasn't happy where he was, he wouldn't be as open. But he's found his peace. Ah, this is what it is. He's found his peace. He's happy. He has his peace. I feel that there's no need for him no need to hide. Let's put it this way. No need to hide anymore. Whose birthday is coming up? I see a birthday cake. Someone's birthday past or just coming up?
Well, the next birthday in the family is his.
Okay.
It's the day after our election. And then the next birthday, I have a son in December, and I'm in December.
Okay. No, I think this is in reference to him, to his birthday.
Okay.
Are you going to celebrate it?
Uh, Privately, probably.
How about you throw a little party?
Pardon me?
How about you throw a little party?
Oh, Oh, that means I would have to invite people over, right?
Yes, why not?
I just have not been mixing with people at all since he died.
Okay, well, go on, Noralee. You don't have to invite just Tom, Dick, and Harry. Just a few people who you can mix with.
Yeah, it'll be tough at Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I fully understand where you're coming from. It's going to be very tough for a lot of people in Christmas. That's why in Christmas I get the busiest. And it's going to be tough.
I bet.
Okay, it's going to be tough even on me because I have very significant losses this year. So, but I know in my heart that them on the other side would want me to be happy. So I'm going to do my best to have a smile. So please try. Just, it's his birthday. Just come around, just bring a couple of people and be silly. Birthday hat, a cake, have a drink, and just have a little laugh. I think it's very important for him, for you to change the energy here.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell you bluntly here how I feel about things, okay? Noralee, right now you're alive, but you're not living. Okay, my dear, they want you to live because other than everything else, I can see it. He's letting me feel it. You're a bubbly personality usually. You're bubbly, you're laughing, and I can see a glass of bubbly in your hand. Like you have fun. You're a fun person. So go back to that. Enjoy every day.
I will try.
Yeah, please do. Where do the sons live? I mean, Brandon, does he live near you?
Yes, they're all close by. One of them is on the far side of the town. I'm on the north. One of them still lives with me.
Okay. Well, you've got two that are in the immediate vicinity, Brandon and the other one who lives with you. So there's three already candidates for the party.
Sort of. There are other issues going along with that, but
Okay. This is very important for him. This, what we're discussing here is very important. It's very important for him to see you happy this way. He would have wanted that. This is what he would have wanted. It'll close the book, break the cycle, close the book, break the cycle. Something's gonna change after that. Okay?
okay.
I'm getting more
Well,
from him and another apologies from him. I'm sorry. I'm getting more flowers and him saying I'm sorry.
there were a few times. Will I receive a video of this meeting?
I will send you a link to the video of this meeting so you can watch it and enjoy later. Okay?
All
Okay.
right.
Noralee, he's pulling back. They're all pulling back. And you've put a big smile on his face on the other side, by the way. You've helped him. I guess this is your nature. You've helped him while he was here. You've helped him now on the other side. You've helped him.
I hope so.
Yeah. Now give my love to Brandon, and please, you take good care of yourself, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Pleasure, Noralee. You're a lovely lady. I want to see you happy. I pray to God that you will be.
Thank you.
Yeah, my dear. Take care now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.